What am I gonna do out there, Ray? I can't go home to my mama like this. It's play cool. And it's too hot there for chasing women. Unless, of course, you got your air conditioning tickets. Go home before evil befalls your little skinny aerobic-sized booty.
Oh, baby, now listen to me very carefully. Slow down, okay? Because you don't want to do this. My mother ran away from home at 16 years old, and she ran away from New York, and she ended up meeting James Brown, and that's how she became the writer of his #1 hit, It's a Man's World. My mother wrote that. I have not had a cold, flu, 30. I have not been sick at all. I've been sick twice, and that was in 30 years, and that was both with Corona. And I did not even know I had it. I would have been sitting here just like this, didn't even know I had it. I don't get sick, but I do something that would shock everybody on this. That would probably be the most shocking thing that I would tell anybody, but Arsenio knows about it because he knew about it. Eddie Murphy used to say when I told him that my grandparents were trying to kill me. But kerosene.
Oh no, Miguel.
Back in 2002, Juwanna Mann was the movie that had everyone talking.
The ball goes to Juwanna Mann.
Miguel A. Nunez Jr. played Jamal Jeffries, the cocky basketball player who disguised himself as a woman. It was hilarious, dramatic, and iconic.
I am also your ex-client, biatch. Got you, didn't I?
Miguel was everywhere after that. But after the laughs died down and the wig came off, what happened to Miguel? Well, we've got the scoop on everything. And I mean everything. We are talking homelessness, shoplifting, and a bloody exchange. There's even a secret child in this mix. And all of it was done while Miguel kept us laughing.
That as part of the defense team, you dress a little special. Come on, flash that winning smile.
Miguel Nunez Jr. was born on August 11, 1964, in New York City to African-American mother Betty Jean Newsom and a Dominican father. Talk about a cultural mix-up. But wait, it gets even better. He didn't grow up in the Big Apple. Oh no, he was raised by his grandparents in their farmhouse down in Wilson, North Carolina.
I was born in New York, raised in North Carolina, yes. And my mom ended up having 7 children, one after each other, taking us and giving us back to our grandmother because they had a farm and they needed boys. And then we were given to our mother in North Carolina, where I worked cucumbers. I had to work in the fields in the morning all day long, pick cucumbers, butter beans, crop tobacco, sucker tobacco, stick tobacco, hung tobacco, crop tobacco, worked in the tobacco factory from the time it came in and went one end of the factory. At the other end, it was going out on trains and cigarettes.
Quite the switch up, right? Now here's a fun little nugget you probably didn't know. Miguel's mom, she was behind one of the biggest hits of all time.
My mother went on to date James Brown, and he dropped her off. She would pick up Smokey Robinson. He dropped her off. She was picked up by the Isaac brother guy. He would drop off. Then she would pick up by James Brown. My mother was 17 years old, the most gorgeous, beautiful woman in the world, living in New York by herself. My mother started dating James Brown. My mother is the writer of It's a Man's World. This is a man's world. My mother wrote that song, and that's her claim to fame.
I mean, iconic stuff, right? No wonder Miguel's got star power in his DNA. He is best known for his roles in The Return of the Living Dead.
Police car, they should still have the keys in the ignition.
Son of a bitch, the motor's still running.
Good, I'll drive.
Tour of Duty.
We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do.
Wildest Dreams, Street Fighter.
If you know this, then why do you serve him?
Because he paid me a freaking fortune, you moron.
Harlem Nights.
Take care of my brother, man.
It's all right, we'll get him. I know it hurts.
Life, and the list goes on. But Juwanna Mann in 2002 was his moment.
That's all right, my door's just stuck, but you just go right ahead. I can handle this. No, I want you to strain yourself. I said see, there you go. That's what you get.
In case you need a refresher course, the movie was all about a cocky basketball player, Jamal Jeffries.
Well, you may be the coach of this damn team, but I am the team. There isn't a team in this league that wouldn't kill to have a player like me.
Who got kicked out of the league and had to pretend to be a woman to keep his career alive. And it was wild, and Miguel was giving us everything. Comedy, drama, and some serious cross-dressing fashion moments. A literal icon. Miguel Nunez Jr. wasn't just some random guy from the city. No. Miguel is a Hollywood actor, writer, and producer. At some point, the rumor mill went into hyperdrive, churning out rumors of Miguel A. Nunez Jr. being romantically involved with none other than the fabulous Monica Calhoun. Yes, child, you heard that right. The best man star herself. And we low-key love the idea, right? But neither of them is talking, and we can't confirm that they really happened. Monica had a super cute visually impaired son back in 2000, but she's been keeping him under wraps until recently. She's been posting pics of him all over social media, and we're here for it.
Good morning, family. I found a really cool barbershop over there. Golly, I wish I could remember the name of the shop right now.
But here's the burning question. Who's the baby's daddy? Everyone's been dying to know, but Monica has been playing her cards close to the chest when it comes to her son's father. That information is locked tighter than Fort Knox, honey. But the rumor mill has been working overtime, and the one name that keeps coming up, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Could Miguel be the father of Monica's son? Well, we don't know because neither of them is talking, and Monica seems to be raising her son solo, so it's just whispers and speculation, but people can't help but wonder. If you think that sounds like something from a telenova or a gossip magazine, then you need to sit tight because it gets even juicier. Get this, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. was out shopping at Ralph's in L.A., just your regular trip to the grocery store, nothing fancy, and things got a little interesting. Apparently, he tried to leave the store without paying for hundreds of dollars worth of groceries. Imagine that. TMZ got a hold of the story, and let me tell you, the headline, it was scalding. Miguel actually went back to the store a few days later, and they called the cops on him. He got a misdemeanor shoplifting ticket. But here's the kicker. Miguel says he didn't steal anything.
Stealing is the intent to deprive. When you go back to pay, that killed him.
He said he was just tired of waiting in line and planned to come back and pay later.
Little ignorant woman would make me stand outside and have a 3,000 line outside. A 3,000 line outside with 4 or 5 people in it. And I would always go up to her and give her problems. Me and her always argued. So I go inside the store, I get all my groceries, and it's a long line, and then my credit card don't work. I said, can I just put my groceries here? She said, no, if you come back, you got to get back in line. So why can't I just leave it here and just go get the car? She said, yeah, no. So she turned around and left out. I just pushed the car and went on out. And then later on, I came back to pay her. And she said no.
The store manager wasn't buying it, though. They told him he wasn't special, and that's when things got really messy. Luckily, he didn't have to go to jail because of the pandemic.
The police said, hold on, don't worry about it. This happened 100 times. I got this. He came back and said, Lou, have you had any conversations with this woman before? I said, why? He said, because, we supposed to just get the money from you and give it to her. She said she don't want it. So, okay. So they took me to the station. Went to the station. They had to fill out all this paperwork, right? And the DA said, okay, let him go.
Thankfully, it wasn't a situation where he didn't have the money to pay like it was at the beginning of his career. Miguel spills the tea about selling his blood just to get by. Yes, you heard that right.
This was my bank account. I sold my blood plasma, and then I sold my blood plasma in the evening to eat.
It was that bad. He was flat broke. While Miguel Nunez Jr. was out here starring in movies like Friday the 13th,
Hey, baby.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
The Return of the Living Dead,
Tell us!
Here's a chemical.
Yeah, what chemical?
he was actually homeless. Miguel was literally sleeping on park benches on Skid Row and crashing at bus stations. Can you believe it? I mean, how wild is that? And it doesn't stop there. He eventually had to turn to shelters to get by. One minute, he's filming scenes for a major movie, and the next, he's sleeping on park benches.
You end up, what you did, Friday the 13th?
Yep. I was still homeless when I did that.
Yeah, how did you do this? Return of the Living Dead, and you still didn't have a regular place to stay yet.
Well, by then I did. This was the hardest part of being here. I was sleeping on a park bench, and some guy, like I said, looked
Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, downtown L.A. Because I was stuck downtown because I didn't know you could go anywhere, Hollywood. So I spent my time Skid Row, and I was sleeping downtown. I was sleeping behind the bus station, and the guy said, young man, what are you doing out here? My name is Miguel Nunez. I'm 640 Cemetery Street, Wilson, North Carolina. I came here to be an actor. He would go, oh, God. And he was like, dude, you can't be in the street like this. You got go to the Union Mess, go to the mission. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
What is a mission? I never heard about it. That's why if you go to Union Rescue Mission, there's a picture of me in there, too. And it ain't what it is now. The one I went to was a little nasty, dirty. Rats wouldn't even go in there. Rats went by there and said, nah. And you sleep in the pew if you get there at night, just so you be inside.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the morning, and I remember they said, I went in, the guy says, what? And then have to go downstairs, you have to get sprayed with poison, and then they feed you. And I went through all of that, and then I ended up getting on welfare. I got a job, and then I found out you can go to Hollywood now, because I used to sleep on the buses. I was going in the back in the wintertime. That last seat is where the engine is.
Yeah.
So the heat shoot up.
Right.
I remember so many times they'd be waking me up and they were parking the bus downtown in the lot.
Yeah.
But I did what I had to do.
It's giving rags to Hollywood. And honestly, it just shows you how tough the industry can be. But look at him now. From sleeping in shelters to making his mark in Hollywood. If that's not a comeback story, I don't know what is. And let's be real. People didn't think he would make it because he was black. But he proved them all wrong.
They told me same thing that every single person told me in my entire life. Everybody in North Carolina. You're skinny, you're black, you're poor, and you're ugly. There is no way on God's earth that you're going to become a successful actor. How is it you're going to become a successful actor? There are actors in New York, Chicago, Atlanta, LA, Philadelphia. There are actors in the union. There are actors got lawyers, managers. There's no way. When I got here, they were saying the same thing. You're skinny, you're black, you're ugly, you're on Skid Row. I said, I guarantee you it's going to happen. Nothing. Listen to me. Anybody out there, don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do. Don't let anybody try to convince you that you can't do something. Listen to me. I had nothing. Every step I took in every direction was on. But this is the difference between knowing, believing in yourself. If you know, and this is the only thing, I didn't know this. I got this from my own life lesson. If you know and you truly believe, and I swear to you, I really, really, really did it, Greg. I knew it. I knew it from when I said in North Carolina as a kid. I knew it. It wasn't something I hope. Yeah, I hope I'm going to be one. I'm going to try to be one. I knew it. And that's the thing that keeps you there.
So, what's he been up to recently, you ask? This guy is still in the game, darling. He's been flexing his acting chops with a recurring role on the family business.
You thought you could just go behind my back? Well, you know what? My bad. I forgot sneaking behind my back seems to be your specialty, huh?
Now, let's be real. This gig didn't exactly set the world on fire. But hey, work is work, right? We love a dedicated king. But wait, there's one more. Miguel isn't just sitting back and waiting for the phone to ring. Oh no, honey. He's been dipping his toes into producing too. He's keeping it on the down low, but trust and believe, he's still making moves in the industry. He's even got his own shoe line and rocks it everywhere he goes.
Right. Check it out. You got your man by Miguel. You make a statement everywhere you go.
So this can be an inspirational interview about the power of positivity too. And I think your attitude has something to do with your health. I heard you ain't had a cold, nothing.
I have not had a cold, flu, 30. I have not been sick at all.
I've
been sick twice, and that was in 30 years, and that was both with corona. And I did not even know I had it. I would have been sitting here just like this, didn't even know I had it. I don't get sick, but I do something that would shock everybody on this. That would probably be the most shocking thing that I would tell anybody. But Arsenio knows about it because he knew about it. Eddie Murphy used to say when I told him that my grandparents were trying to kill me. But kerosene.
Oh no, Miguel.
Kerosene, you put in a lamp. You take a teaspoon of kerosene and throw it at the same time. That's because anything in your body that is not supposed to be there will get the hell out. And that's what my grandmother would line us.
How often do you do that?
I do it like maybe every 6 months. But when we grew up, my grandmother would do it every winter. We would line it when it was kerosene and sugar time. She would take kerosene and put a little sugar in it. Mm-hmm. And every time, and never got sick. Because we were too many people in the house. Because my mom had her. Remember I told you she had 8, and we 8, so we all lived in the same house.
And guess what? He's been doing some comedy too. He popped up on a couple of stand-up specials, cracking jokes about his career, his crazy moments in Hollywood, and yeah, he even threw in some Juwanna Mann jokes for the nostalgia.
I just recently had a little operation.
So you no longer have your, and now you have a...
Yes.
It's good to see he can laugh at himself. We love a humble king. And here's the real scoop. There's chatter about a potential Juwanna Mann 2.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you think about doing a Juwanna Mann 2?
That's in the works at this moment. That is in the works, absolutely.
It's
the fans
in the works.
have been begging for it, so I don't think Juwanna's going to be playing any basketball, but it's in the works, yeah.
Can you imagine Miguel returning to give us all the nostalgia and laughs we crave? It's been years since the original, but if this happens, it could be a total comeback moment for him. So while Miguel might not be all up in the spotlight anymore, he's still hustling.
So what I've learned in lockdown is when you are idle, nothing happens. You have to continuously pushing things. Even if you have been told no 100 times on something, continue to go. That one time might be it.
Still doing his thing and still making us laugh when he gets the chance. Miguel Nunez Jr. is super serious about cryptocurrency. Yes, darling, crypto. While some folks are still trying to figure out what Bitcoin even is, Miguel has jumped headfirst into the digital money game. He's been all about the crypto hustle, and you know what? He's not playing around. He's out here securing his future, making those coins and staying ahead of the curve.
Thousands of people right now, I'm starting to learn everything about crypto. So I found so many good tips and making so many people money. And that is the wave of the future. We got to get Black folks into this. G999 is a new coin that's going to be announced on the 25th of June and out of Dubai. And it is a new coin that's going to come out. Right now, it's less than $1. So I'm grabbing up as much as I can because after the announcement, the more people that have that coin, it's going to come out higher. So then my little investment right now is going to skyrocket. It's very, the key is to buy coin really, really low that have strong potential.
This foxy 60-year-old American actor has a net worth of $1 million. Oh, and let's talk about his current love life. He's been off the market since 1994, ladies and gents. Married to the gorgeous Yolanda Simon for decades. And in Hollywood, that's like a century. They've got 2 kids, too.
As you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day in Malibu, California. I am on my way to pick up my 2 angels from school and take them to get manicures and pedicures.
A little family man behind all the glitz and glam. Who knew? Maybe that's why we didn't get any confirmation about him and Monica. Who knows? Keep an eye out because you never know where he might pop up next. And remember, Hollywood loves a comeback. Don't forget to check out our girl, Monica Calhoun, on our channel before you dip.